Hello out there. This is Dantarion, and I got a bunch of requests from last weekend at Paragon to make a video updating on some of the stuff I've been working on. So I just decided to sit down, open up OBS, and kind of just try to knock this out without any kind of planning. So I'm going to try to do this more often because people who have been following my work have noticed that sometimes weeks, sometimes a month, sometimes like half a year goes by without me really talking about anything I've been doing or giving any kind of update or anything like that. So a lot of people just felt like they're kind of left in the dark about some of the stuff I was working on that they were looking forward to. So just to start off, what prompted this was going to Paragon. So those of you who don't know, Paragon was a giant Smash tournament in Ontario, California at the Ontario Convention Center. And while it was just a big Smash tournament, what made it very notable for me and for many others is that it was the largest Project M tournament of all time. Like it just was the biggest one. And not only did we have the most attendees ever present for a Project M tournament, we also had the most Project M developers. So for a lot of us, it was the first time really sitting down and talking to all the other people who made this project a success. So that was really cool, and I got there late. The first thing that happened is that someone recognized me and started complaining to me about character nerfs. So it was just a kind of eye-opening experience at this project that was just something I was doing online with some internet people has actually kind of made a pretty big difference in a lot of the people's lives that not only participate in developing it, but also the people that play it. Because there's just communities of people all around the world playing not just Smash, but playing our version of Smash. And we got to kind of pretend to be real game developers and balance a competitive game. We've learned a lot from that. Um, so one of the things that I wanted to have available for Paragon was I wanted to make a YouTube video of a Smash 4 moveset modification. Now I've already made a video that shows that I can modify Smash 4 with like targeted edits. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to replicate Melee Marth in terms of physics, hitboxes, etc. in the Smash 4 engine. Now I have all the tools to do so, but unfortunately, I work a full-time job. I had to plan and prepare for the tournament itself, and things just kind of fell apart, and I didn't have as much time as I wanted to finish the video. However, I am still going to be working on that, and I'm going to be streaming um, progress when I'm working on that, and I'm going to actually be posting some more stuff because I found a lot more changes between the Smash 4 patches that have kind of yet to be interpreted. So I've been posting that stuff on Smashboards. If you know where to look, you can probably find them. And Smash 4 hacking and Wii U hacking as a whole is actually moving pretty fast, and I'm pretty excited for what's going to happen in like the next 3 to 6 months, I guess I should say. So to go on to the next point, I actually had someone I played at Paragon recognize my name, not from Project M, even though we were playing in a Project M tournament, but from my bots. Now, for those of you who are only know me through Project M, the other thing I've worked on recently has kind of gotten a bit of buzz going about it. Was I made a AI bot that competes online in Ultra Street Fighter 4 on PC, and the first bot I made was KenBot. It was a pretty simplistic bot. Didn't really do too much, but it was successful, and it won about, I would say, 75% of its matches online. So then I got a lot of requests from people who were saying, open source the bot, open source the bot. And I looked at my code and it was atrocious. It was just awful. So what I did was I actually refactored the bot multiple times, and it is now a framework that other people can use to create bots. And it's available at github.com/Dantarion if anyone's interested in checking out how to do this kind of thing. But what I'm basically trying to do is I want to make a bot that can play online and play several different characters and win My goal is about over 80% of its matches. And I think I'm getting close to that. I gotta really get some more trial games in. Gotta record some trial games and upload them for you guys to see. But that's one of my ongoing projects, and that's one of those things where when I'm in the mood to work on it, I work on it. When I'm not in the mood for it, I don't. But I'm gonna try to kind of keep on it, keep updating it, and keep letting it fight people. Now, Street Fighter 5 is on the horizon. Eventually, we're gonna have that PC beta, and I'm hoping that Capcom has not changed up the engine too much so that I am able to kind of port this whole bot framework to Street Fighter 5, which would be, I think, pretty fun because right when we get that giant influx of players coming in, if I can have a bot that works in, say, the first month, then I can actually update it and see exactly if I can make a bot that is better than the average player and possibly get to the top of the leaderboards for whatever character I decide to write the bot for. So that would be kind of interesting. And it will be kind of interesting to see if I do that, if Capcom actually goes out of their way to ban my account. But we can hope not. So this is another thing that came up. I actually posted on Reddit about this um, earlier this week, but I feel like there's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes of Project M that would be interesting for fans of the project or fans of console hacking or just fans of Smash to know. I mean, we've been working on this for, I want to say, 5 years now, 5, 4, something like that. And it's been really interesting because for a lot of the people on the team, when they joined the team, they like we had people who joined and they were in high school. We had people who joined in college. I was in college when this all got started, and over the years to work on Project M, a lot of people actually found what they wanted to do as a career. They either found a way to kind of work on side projects that related to their career, or they decided what they wanted their career to be based on their involvement with Project M. We had people who joined, didn't know anything about programming, and now they're actually programming enough to write code in assembly and make their own codes and own modifications. We had artists who, we have artists that have gone on to work at game companies. We have artists that kind of didn't know that they wanted to be artists until they started messing around and poking around with stuff. And it's been kind of a neat process, and a lot of the stuff in Project M has been cobbled together. It's been, random long nights and strange, bizarre glitches that no one can figure out. And I really do think that if we got the right people involved and did interviews on Skype or just wrote an article once every 2 weeks or something like that, we could really get some of that history that went behind kind of the steps that took Project M to get from being absolutely nothing to being what it is today. And it could be pretty beneficial. I mean, not beneficial, but entertaining to people out there. So I'm gonna ask some people. I'm gonna talk and see if I can get some video editors and see some people who want to get interviewed from the team and maybe throw a couple videos together. I can always do a video about stuff I worked on, but just from the thread on Reddit, I found that a lot of the questions people had weren't specifically for me, but were for other people on the team or about specific features that tons of people worked on. So I definitely want to try to get more people on the team involved if I decide to go forward with that. Um, so my next point is, you can see point number 6 on the agenda, questions from the stream. So I'm actually not streaming right now. I'm just recording a video. So there are no questions from the stream. I'm actually currently testing out this kind of dynamic stream layout thing that I threw together. And eventually I want to kind of do this on a schedule so that I'll actually be able to interact with anyone who cares. And I just think I've done some unique things out there in the scene, both for the competitive Smash scene and the Street Fighter modding scene and hitboxes for different games. And I kind of feel, especially after going to Paragon, that it's about time that I quit. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that I want to make my own game. I don't wanna always just be a modder. I don't want to have the things I make limited in terms of commercial viability, and I don't want to play something where I don't want to spend a bunch of time on something where I'm gonna get shadow banned from Twitch and have all kinds of weird stuff connected to the project. So I really do want to see about getting with a team of people and trying to make a standalone game, whether that's a Smash-like game or a mobile game or a Frogger clone like Crossy Road. Who knows? The sky's the limit. And honestly, with the right group of people who are all motivated and focused towards a goal, anything is possible. I mean, Project M's pretty much proven that to me, is that if you get people and you get them organized and you get them all on the same page, you can pretty much do anything. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where like my whole path in game development is going to take me. So anybody who stayed on this long, I thank you for listening to this. This is going to be the first of hopefully many videos. I know I'm terrible at blogging, I'm terrible at Twitter, I'm terrible at YouTube, but I'm gonna really try to keep up on this and keep posting as much as I can. So stay tuned, and um, always you can always hit me up on Twitter and send some questions, and I'll try to answer them in the next video. And that's it.